what's the second empowering question to ask ourselves just before we go to sleep? We'll dive into that question just after the new amazing intro. The Day One Journey, episode 58. Cha-ching, yeah! This is the daily routine, and this is the nightly routine episodes. We're soon about to finish the daily routine series. Are you excited? Let's go for a walk. Do you remember what was the first empowering question to ask ourselves just before we go to bed? I'll remind you, it was all about being grateful. It was all about practicing our gratitude. Yeah, and the question was, what are the 3 amazing things that happened today? Remember, we asked that question at the end of the day, reflecting about that specific day. So we were focusing on the small things. Yeah, the small things, the small amazing things that happened that day. So now, are you excited? Yeah, for the second empowering question. Well, let's dive right into that right now. Why don't we do it right now? Amazing. So the second empowering question to ask ourselves, just before going to bed, is this: how could I have made today better? Remember, we ask ourselves that question at night, just before we go to bed. The question goes like this again: what could I have done today to make it better? How could I have made this day better? Notice, this is the tricky question. Most of us drive motorcycles. No. Most of us have this self-negative talk. So when we ask ourselves, how could we have done it better, we start a cycle of self-negative talk. So we need to be careful with this question. Again, the question went something like that: how could I have made this day better? How could I have made this day better? So, the most effective way to approach that question is with no judgment. Just go through the day, imagine yourself going through all the day, and just think about the small stuff that you could have done differently. Notice, this is about action, and this is about your action. This is about your circle of influence. Don't try to imagine how other people could have made this day better, because guess what? You don't control them. How could you? How could I made this day better? Why do we do that? Because when we have the image, when we have the series of images of the day that we just lived through, and then we ask this question, and we have all the tiny things, the little small things that we could have done better to make that day better. We go to sleep and we give our subconscious just the difference between the 2 videos, so our subconscious can think about that at night. And when we do it every day, we adjust. We will make sure that the mistakes that we were doing, we're not repeating mistakes. But more about that in the next episode. So till next episode, which means till tomorrow, because we have a new day, day one every day. So until tomorrow, back to you. Think about this question. And if you see this video in the morning, If you see this video in the morning, ask yourself about yesterday. How could you have made yesterday better? Just think about that. Reflect, close your eyes, give it 2-3 minutes, and then live through this day with these conclusions and not repeat the same mistakes. Makes sense? And if you see this video in the evening, reflect about this day. Make sense or make sense? So do this assignment until tomorrow, because tomorrow is a new day, day 1. So have an amazing day 1. See you tomorrow.